40 years before God called him, Moses had already tried to save his people. He killed an Egyptian, expecting Israel to recognize him as their deliverer. Instead, he was rejected and fled into the desert as a fugitive, tending sheep for 4 decades. When God finally spoke to him from a burning bush, Moses had nothing left in himself. His response wasn't confidence, but a question. Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh? That question marked the very moment God could use him. The same pattern shows up throughout Scripture. David, before he became king, hid in caves, hunted like prey, learning he had no strength of his own to rely on. Elijah, before he called down fire from heaven, sat by a drying up brook with an empty flour jar, discovering just how little he actually had. Paul, one of the boldest voices in the early church, carried a weakness he begged God to remove, but instead heard God say his grace was enough. Paul later wrote, "For when I am weak, then I am strong." None of these men were used by God because they were strong. In every case, it was only after they ran out of their own ability that God stepped in and moved through them. Strength, confidence, and self-reliance often stand in God's way, not because God is against ability, but because He wants the glory to be unmistakably His, not ours. Well, maybe that's exactly where you are today. Tired, empty, feeling like you have nothing left to offer. That's not disqualification. It's often the exact place God is waiting to meet you. So stop trying to be strong enough for what God has asked you. Bring Him your weakness instead, honestly, today, and let Him do what only He can do through it.